So that was a bit of a failure of a mission. I've got to the edge of town. It's about a mile I've ridden so far, and you get to the edge of town and the footpath just stops and it turns into a main road. Are you ready for the grand reveal of what hello is in Luxembourgish?
Hello. Hi everyone, and welcome to our channel. We are Hannah and Jonny, also known as Finding Our Adventure. In 2020 we converted our Ford Transit to live in full time. Since then, we've been on an endless adventure with our two cats, Tia and Skye, exploring, living and working in our tiny home. Join us each week for a new episode of Finding Our Adventure.
Good morning everybody and welcome to Luxemburg City. We are so excited to be here. It's a new country for me. I think Hannah's been here once before.
Not for very long.
Not for very long.
It was like a quick pit stop.
And this morning we jumped on the free bus and free tram from the area that we're staying at, which is amazing. Everything here is free transport wise, all the public transport is free. So it felt really weird just jumping on the bus and getting it for free. But we're going to go explore the city now. So we don't know too much about Luxembourg, but I was doing some research this morning and the population of the entire country is about 650,000 people. So it's not a very big country, but it's fairly wealthy. And that's because when the steel industry kind of ended here, they turned into a kind of a financial hub. And so things have become very wealthy here. They're doing very well for themselves. Fuel is really cheap here. And as I said before, public transport is free, which was made free in the last couple of years or so. And so it's really cool. You can just jump on the public transport, come into the city, and go exploring.
It's all very clean as well.
Yeah, it's really nice and clean. It feels very safe here.
Yeah. Okay, so they speak 3 languages here in Luxembourg. It's French, Luxembourgish and German. Is that
Luxembourgish
right?
or Luxembourg?
Luxembourgish, I think. But yeah, I know a little bit of French, so that's helped a little bit. But yeah, I don't know any German or Luxembourgish.
Okay, so we've just been trying to ask Siri how to say hello in Luxembourgish, and Siri says he can't translate into Luxembourgish yet, so yeah, we might have to actually Google that one. Are you ready for the grand reveal of what hello is in Luxembourgish?
Hello. So kind of like German?
Yeah.
I think they say like Guten Tag is like good day.
But they say hello in German as well, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, I don't know much German. So we are now just walking underneath actually the road, and we're walking across the bridge which is called Pont Adolf, I think, and it's going to be a bit of vertigo actually. It's completely exposed either side, so it's supposed to be really good view, so let's have a look. Oh, I feel really dizzy in this bit. It feels a bit confusing because it feels like you're on a suspended bridge underneath a bridge, and this bit's completely open. Oh, don't know if I like it.
We've almost made it to the other side and Hannah's almost survived. There is a little bit of movement when you walk, so I think that's what's making Hannah feel a bit more of her vertigo, but it's really cool. It's really cool having the views out to the side. You can see all the buildings and you can hear the rumbling of the traffic and the trains above us every now and then as well.
And there's a cycle path. I just realised there's like cyclists going past, so you've got to be careful where you are.
Yeah, pretty cool. So we've just had a nice lunch. We went to a pizza restaurant. With the public transport being free and the fuel prices being much cheaper, unfortunately the food here is very expensive. So we found a pizza restaurant that was reasonably priced. It was tasty and delicious. We're nice and full now, and now we're heading to a viewpoint that is a big elevator.
Yep. So we'll see what it's all about. So we're walking down now to like where the river level, and it's quite steep in places. So the main part of the city is like up, but now we're going down, and we went down loads of steps, but now we're kind of on this flat bit. I feel like I'm going to slip, so I'm holding on tight to the rail.
It's quite steep down, isn't it?
Yeah. Careful, there's a step. Oh my goodness. So it's very busy because it's a Saturday, so we had to push time. Wait our turn, we didn't push. And it is quite scary actually. There's like a glass bit where you can put your feet over onto the glass and you can literally look straight down, and I did it, but it made my tummy turn, so I quickly walked away from it. So the lift takes you up and it's completely free, and it's I think 65 meters tall, but yeah, I didn't cope very well standing on the glass bit. It's only just like a little strip at the end, and then it's complete like panoramic views over Luxembourg City, so it's very pretty. Luxemburg City, Borg, I don't know. You tell us in the comments, are we saying it right or are we saying it wrong?
Good morning everybody. Seeing as all the other vans in this area have just left, I thought I'd give you a quick tour of where we've been staying in Luxembourg. This is a beautiful area, it's free to stay at like most airs are, and it's got services as well which are an additional cost but they're very cheap. So let's give you a quick tour to show you what this area is like. Okay, so this is where we're staying, this is our pitch. There's actually 4 pitches here, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is where you can come and empty your grey water in your toilet and get water as well. So it's just coin operated, so you just put whatever the price is, €1 or so in there to get water. I think it's €2 for 160 litres, which is pretty cheap, and you can also get water to empty your toilet and everything, and that's where all the bad stuff goes. And you can see there's no one else here at the moment, they've all just left. And this is the electricity hookup, so we are currently hooked up with our van here, going all the way into our van, and it is €1 for 8 hours of electricity, which is pretty cheap, and we have 4 hours left on ours before it runs out. And the reason we're hooked up to electricity is because we've been using an electric heater, a oil filled radiator, to keep the van nice and warm when we're not in it, to keep the cats safe and nice and toasty. So this is the electric heater that we've been using when we've not been in the van, which was perfect for yesterday when we were exploring the city. And these radiators are actually really safe, so they can be left on all day. It's not like leaving the diesel heater on, so just when it's a little bit chilly we can keep it nice and warm for the cats in here. And also we were thinking that when we get up to the ski resorts we can plug in and leave this on when we're on the slopes all day. So that's a really quick tour of this area that we've been staying at. The facilities here in Europe are so good. I wish the UK did this. It's great. I mean, we come to town, this is a 30-minute bus ride to the city centre, which is free as well. And it's just so convenient, so easy. We can park the van up, we know it's safe here. As I said, we left that little radiator on all day yesterday so the cats were nice and warm. And because we've got the security camera as well, we can keep an eye on them. And I've also got the radiator linked up to a Wi-Fi plug, so if I need to I can turn it on and off from my phone when we're out and about. And I've also charged the one wheel up because the nearest supermarket is about 2 miles away, so I think a little later I'm going to jump on the one wheel, head to the supermarket to get some supplies, because we're doing a work day as well today. So we're plugged in, we're working on our computers, we're charging the van up, and it's just really easy and convenient. Okay, so I am just on the way to the supermarket on the one wheel. It's about a 2 mile ride, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. The paths are a little bit bumpy along here, they're made out of like cobblestones, so not the smoothest paths to ride on, but hopefully we'll get there nice and safely, be able to get some supplies, and then we'll head back to the van, carry on working, and then we'll probably have another movie night tonight. And yeah, the weather's a little bit warmer today as well, so it's feeling nice and cozy in the van. And I think we're past the coldest weather we're supposed to have. I think that was last week in Belgium where it was like -5 most nights, but I think we're into the better weather now. So yeah, we're really excited to continue the adventure. Okay, so that was a bit of a failure of a mission. I've got to the edge of town. It's about a mile I've ridden so far, and you get to the edge of town and the footpath just stops and it turns into a main road with grass verges. So it's almost impossible to ride the one wheel safely to the shop. I could ride on the road. It's not the busiest road, but you know, I don't know this area, so it's not worth the risk. I don't know what it's going to be like a little bit further on. So I'm just going to head back to the van. We don't need anything essential, so we can survive till tomorrow when we leave this area. But yeah, that's what it's like sometimes. I've just made it back to the van, and that is the end of this week's episode. We have had such a fun time exploring a little bit of Luxembourg, exploring the city yesterday, and just staying in this really nice air, getting some work done. Next week we are heading to France. We're going to go into the mountains. We've got lots of amazing activities planned, and we're so excited to take you along with us. So don't forget to tune in next week. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed watching it, and we'll see you then.